G'day guys, how's it going? Alright, so we're doing a review on the Jetboil. Now this is the Jetboil Zip. You can get a Jetboil Flash, which is a little bit larger than this one. I think it's a 1 litre. This one's an 800ml size. And then you can get a smaller one, which I think is called a Jetboil Minimo or something like that. I don't know exactly what size it is. It's most probably 500ml or something like that. Alright, this is Alistair's. If you don't watch me, you don't know who Alistair is. It doesn't really matter. He's a mate. He's loaned this to me. It hasn't been used yet. He's just purchased it. Again, I'm coming from, if you watch previous stuff, I'm coming from a bias point. I'm very happy with what I use. And I've got some reservations about this. But, yeah, for what Alistair's purpose for using this, I think it's gonna serve him really good. But I think it has some limitations and stuff like that. For me, where I like to do cooking on lots of different ways, this isn't an option for me. But let's have a look at it. Alright, so here's the unit. Now this unit basically has everything. So when I say it has everything, you've got your pot, you've got your gas inside of here, it's got a stabilizer, Duvalaki thing, and what else has it got? It's got something else. Oh, and it's got the burner, obviously. So you've got your gas, your burner, your pot, add water, and away you go. Alright, let's pull it apart. Okay, so first thing we do is pull off the lid. That's the lid. Now obviously, I'll show you that. So obviously this is for letting a strainer type of duvet. The other side here, that is like a sippy cup type thing, and I suppose that is so that you can let steam come out through there, which obviously it will come out there and there. So lid, gas bottle. Now this does, when you buy this, Alistair got it from wildearth.com.au. He purchased it for, I think it was $120. He said he got it on for sale. I think its regular price is $150. Obviously you shop around, I've seen it for $199, which I just think's absolute bloody craziness. But so it doesn't come with the gas, you've got to get that separate. Now this is a 100-gram gas canister. I didn't realise this. I don't believe this is the standard, and in actual fact it actually is a Jetboil. So I don't know whether Jetboil has purposely got these made so that it works in their system, or I don't know. But this is what I believe is the standard size. That's 220 grams, which is the same size as these canister ones. Now the difference between, apart from the obvious, is that this thing, basically you can get these for $1 each, whereas something like that you'll pay $10 for that. And surprisingly enough, for half the amount of gas, you're still going to pay $10 for this little thing. This will give you an hour's worth of burning time. These I know give me 2 hours worth of burning time, and the same deal with that. And that, when you work all that out, all the mathematics work out. That sounds pretty well right. What else we got now? Alistair's already put in this thing because he noticed that things were jiggling around in there, so he just put that in there as a safety precaution. Now this is the burner. That's there, so obviously that will thread onto the gas pipe, and then over there is our little, oh, where is it? There it is, little turning knob. Now I've watched some videos on YouTube, and some of them have mentioned that it's been quite difficult to get in there and adjust that, especially if you're having gloves on. And then our last piece is the stabilizer, which these all just come out like that. Oh, and of course, this is the pot. And if we turn this around here somewhere, there you go. This is where all the magic apparently happens. And what this, all this stuff in here, this design here, the flame goes in there, and that's what makes this boil water really, really quick. This is also a measuring cup. I don't know whether you use it as a drinking cup. It doesn't look like it. So basically it's a measuring cup, and it just basically maybe just protects that, finishes it. I don't know if there's any other use than that. So we've got our pot, our gas canister stabiliser, the lid, the gas burner, the little measuring cup duvlaki, and of course we need to have gas, which doesn't come with the burner. You buy that separately. Now, the problem, and this is one of the problems that I found with this setup, was that the burner only works with that sitting on there. As you can see, this burner, see how it's very flat? So if I was to stick a pot, that's not going to work. That's just going to smother that flame there. So Jetboil have brought out an optional extra. So what I did today was I went and bought this. I went to Anaconda. It's $19.95. I've bought that because I figured if I'm going to do this review, I want to do, give it a good review. And I think really to do that, you need to have this, or at least I would need to have it. So basically, Alistair's going to get that as a thank you for letting me review this Jetboil thing. So I'll quickly just show you that. So basically, that's it there. All these things fold out. It's a really great design. This actually packs in. And what this does is it just sits straight, I believe, because I have it. Yeah, there you go. I think that's it. And there you go. That in there now enables you to have a pot sitting on top. Bloody brilliant. $20. Suppose it's all research and development and marketing. That's where all the money goes. Alright, so I've got all our bits and pieces here. Let's put it all together. So the first thing is to put this on here. I believe that should just clip in there. So what that's doing is just giving us a whole lot of firm base, I suppose. Alright, so now we've got to attach this onto here. Alright, that seems simple enough. Let's see if we can arc it up. Oh, now it doesn't have an igniter. There you go. That is actually, you can work it, but so that's it. Let me lift that up. Whoa! Me and fire just. Oh wow, that's a wicked looking flame colour. Turn that down. Whoop. I've got to say it is actually cold here tonight, so it'll be most probably playing up a little bit like that. Alright, so we'll just pour some water in there. I'm not going to do any tests on how fast it does. There's plenty of videos that will show you all that kind of stuff. The Jetboil does boil water quickly. Alright, so this should just go straight on here. Like that. Put our little lid on. And that's it. That's as simple as the Jetboil is. I think the best thing about the Jetboil is basically that it boils water really quickly. I've spoken about that before. I don't really think I need to worry about something boiling water, a couple of minutes quicker than what, a Trangia or one of these. I think it's just a selling point. I'm out bloody, camping, and I've got plenty of time. I don't need an extra couple of minutes to get something boiled. The other thing is just that it all packs down nice and neat. There's just that one little thing and that's it. Alright, so see if we can give you a close-up without me. There we go. So that's it working in there. And obviously because of all these fins in there, that's keeping more heat going into that pot. I don't know whether this neoprene outside bit, it most probably adds, yeah, because that's getting quite warm. You can already see it's starting to steam. So this neoprene most probably adds to it as well, which I have some reservations about this whole bits and pieces, which we'll discuss soon. There you go, guys, that is now boiling. That took no time at all. Turn that off. Oh. I'm most probably steaming up me, move that out of the way. So that works really good. It's really simple. It's good quality, all that kind of stuff. My reservations with it is that it's $150 or $120 on special at the moment. If you have a look at Wild Earth, I think it's $132 or $134 that you can buy it for. But as it is, it's all right. I was holding it wrong. Don't worry about that. Is that I can? This is it. This is all I can use that for. I can't. Can I put? I could put that on this. I could stick that on there. Could I? No, because it's got that funny base. Now I could stick that on there and then sit there, and then I could use that to boil this pot. Could I stick this on a fire? So whether I would be using my firebox or just on a campfire. Say you run out of gas, I suppose. You shouldn't run out of gas, but just in case you're being limited, I suppose. Maybe you could take this neoprene thing off. I actually started to try and have a bit of a go at it. And it seemed really tight on there, and I didn't want to force anything because it's not my pot system. I'm presuming you can, because that was the other thing is like, yeah, if you're going to put soup in there, and you get dribbles, it's going to get on here, and just the washing up. For what Alistair wanted this for, he basically, when we go camping, he just takes those dehydrated foods. So he wants to boil his water, pour it in that, and then eat it. That's it. He's going to boil water or to do a cup of coffee. So really, that's all he's using it for. That's why he's got it. And not going with something different, because that's all he basically does. Alright, so that's my concern. Now, me being me, I went, well, $150, can I do the same, basically the same thing for less? And I could. Here it is. Now I sell this stuff, and it just happens to be that I sell this. This is the little pot system. I don't generally use this pot system. I like this because it comes with a fry pan, and I have trivets and bits and pieces all in there. You would have seen these pots, simple pot system like that. So if I want to create, so I've got my pot done. Now I can use this anywhere. This will easily sit on something like that. You can put that on a campfire, no problems whatsoever. You can put that on a transient burner, an alcohol burner, bloody whatever. Yeah, you could put that on a transient, like an alcohol thing. That wouldn't be a problem. It's just because it's not a flat bottom like that. Your bits and pieces have to be, going over these edges. All right, guys. So I've got a pot. I've got the gas canister. I've got the burner. Now, obviously, I could fold all this down. I've already tried this. Hey presto, that's it. because this will just go onto here, exactly the same. Pour some water in there. Obviously, that stove has the little clicker thing. I like the fact that it has these handles on there. Whack that on there. Put your lid on. And that's it. It's doing exactly the same thing, except it's not going to do it as quick. Might be a couple of minutes longer to boil the water. But that's it. And that setup, to buy that setup would cost you, including the gas, would cost you $50. $50 as opposed to $150 or $120. So the reason why I'm doing that, not to put shit on the Jetboil, because the Jetboil is a great little system. It's a lot more refined, a lot more into it, I suppose. But for people, like whether it's young people or whether it's people that don't have a lot of money, new to camping, you don't have to go and spend a fortune on things like Jetboils and transiers and all that kind of stuff. You can do things with it. Just because it costs less money or it doesn't have a brand on it doesn't mean that it's not going to do the job. It's going to do the job. I mean, I've proved that over and over and over and over. So I like to put that in these videos because, yeah, some people, you know, we watch these things and there's all these brands and, oh, it's bloody, it can do this and it can do that. And when you boil it all down, at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff doesn't matter. I mean, that's the way things get sold, is because, you know, it's just something that's been around forever and someone just does a minor little tweak to it, and a tweak here and a tweak there, and then they could just get to resell it and resell it. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's good. It keeps people in jobs and, you know, it keeps all things going. But for people that don't have the money, you don't need to do that. Cool. There you go, guys. That is boiling. Alright, so I'll pack all this up and we'll get straight back to the Jetboil. I'm not putting shit on the Jetboil. I'm just giving it all out there. As the thing in this bloody video says, no bullshit. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've got all the other stuff out of the way. So we're back to just the Jetboil. So if you have the money, you like the Jetboil, you like the idea of things being able to get boiled just that little bit quicker, you expect a little bit more quality in the build and all that kind of stuff, Jetboil, no worries. I would recommend it, no worries at all. If you don't have lots of dollars to just be spending around, because it's not just the Jetboil, it's all the other bits and pieces, and when you add them all up, it ends up costing a hell of a lot of money. If you're new to camping, get the cheap stuff, because you don't know, are you going to want to keep doing the camping, and you've spent all this money and then you go out once or twice and then you don't do it anymore. It's a lot of money down the bloody drain. Get the cheap stuff. If you find that you like doing the camping and all that kind of stuff, you can then slowly upgrade to different things, and you get enjoyment out of doing that as well, obviously. Now, alright, I've crapped on enough. I'm now going to try using this pot support. So, to use this pot support, I'll just take that off. As we know, we just basically whack that on there, and hey presto, we should be good to go. Start that up. So now I can use a fry pan on there, I can use a pot on there, I can even, if it's a good pot support, I should be able to get my cup on there. Are you kidding me? Whoa. I can't put my regular sized cup on there. I have a bigger cup. I wouldn't call this a cup. This is a, a super ginormous cup. So yes, it would work on there. So that was a bit silly. They should have made those things just a little bit more to suit a cup, because I do that a lot when I'm just pulled over and I want a quick cuppa. Instead of getting my pots out, I'll just put the water straight into that cup. If I get this little one out, like that one there, no worries, that will cook up. Alright, so, oh, did that go out? Alright, so what do you reckon? Should I try and do the pancake test? Can I cook pancakes on one of these? Let's find out. Alright guys, so let's cook some pancakes. Now I am going to use this, it's a ceramic gauze mat. And what that does is it just spreads out or evens out the heat, which for when doing pancakes, this is something that you really need to do. Alright, get the gas going. Put our little gauze mat on. Fry pan. Knob of butter. Alright, we're ready to go. Pour some of this in. Geez, I think that looks a little bit too thick actually. I think I need a little bit more water in that. And that seems to be cooking up alright. Give that a flip over in a minute. As you can see, with that gauze mat, it just evens that out. Alright. Look at that. Beautiful. Just turn that down a bit. Ah, damn it. That's very, very sensitive. That's alright, I mean you get used to how the dials work. Every stove's going to be a little bit different, you just get to work out how sensitive they are. That's no fault of the Jetboil. Perfect. This is the beauty of working with gas as opposed to when I did that review with the Trangia. You can just quickly and easily adjust the heat on these stoves. Well, I reckon that one's pretty well done. We've got another one going. That's a lot better consistency for the pancake mix. Bugger, I can't wait any longer. While that one's cooking, we'll whack some of this good stuff on there. Ooh, Jesus. That'll be sweet as. Oh. Mmm. Tastes exactly the same on the Jetboil. Oh, look at that. That's like a McDonald's one. Golden. Alright, so that's done a second one. No worries at all. More on the goodness. Straight down the hatchet. Oh, oh. Shit, straight off the pan, it's bloody hot. Alright. Well, they're yummy. I'm going to make another one. But Actually, let me just get this going. So my ending thing with this is the Jetboil is top quality. It boils water. It all works and functions very well. The downside to it for me is just the versatility of it, and I'm sure you can get all different attachments, and if you buy all their particular things and everything, you know, you'll be able to do, I don't know, you'll be able to bake a cake in it. But unfortunately with all that kind of stuff is you're going to have to pay a fortune for all these added different things. So yeah, versatility is a downer for me, and the cost is a downer for me. But apart from that, it does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it does it very well, and everything's, you know, the build quality and all that's good stuff. All right, I'm shutting up now. Gonna finish me pancake. All right, remember guys, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.